ഇന്നത്തെ വീഡിയോയിൽ നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് +1 ബോട്ടണിയിലെ സെക്കൻഡ് ചാപ്റ്ററായ ബയോളജിക്കൽ ക്ലാസിഫിക്കേഷൻ എന്ന യൂണിറ്റ് ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതുവരെ നമ്മുടെ ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യാത്തവർ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. ഫസ്റ്റ് യൂണിറ്റിന്റെ വീഡിയോസ് ലഭിക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി ഡിസ്ക്രിപ്ഷൻ ബോക്സ് വിസിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക. Okay, we can move to the second unit, biological classification. We have already discussed classification in the first unit. What is biological classification? Biological classification is the ordering of organisms into definite groups based on their similarities, interrelationship or evolutionary features. Yes. നമ്മുടെ ജീവജാലങ്ങളെ അവയുടെ സാദൃശ്യത്തിനനുസരിച്ചും അവ തമ്മിലുള്ള ബന്ധങ്ങളുടെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിലും അവ ഉത്ഭവിച്ചതിന്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിലും നമ്മൾ തരംതിരിക്കുന്നതിനാണ് ബയോളജിക്കൽ ക്ലാസിഫിക്കേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. In the early period, the organisms are classified based on their use or need of the organisms. So we can say that in the early period, the organisms used for shelter are belongs to one category, and the organisms used for food are belongs to another category, and organisms used for clothing into another category. So there is no biological basis or scientific basis for classification. Later, Aristotle, the father of biology, gave a scientific basis for classification. He classified organisms based on their morphological characters. He classified all organisms into two groups. One is plants and another is animals. He classified the plant group again into three. Plants into trees, shrubs and herbs, and animals into those with red blood and those without red blood. So he gave a scientific basis based on morphological characters. Then Carl Linnaeus, the father of taxonomy, proposed another system of classification known as two kingdom system of classification. He classified organisms based on their mode of nutrition and locomotion. പോഷകാഹാര രീതിയുടെയും ചലനത്തിന്റെയും അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിൽ അദ്ദേഹം ഓർഗാനിസത്തിനെ രണ്ട് ഗ്രൂപ്പുകളായിട്ട് തിരിച്ചു. The organisms can produce their own food, autotrophic organisms, and cannot move or belongs to the one category called as plant kingdom, and the organisms cannot produce their own food, heterotrophic, and depend on others for food, and the organisms can move. These group of organisms are belong to another group called as animal kingdom. But these two system of classification proposed by Carl Linnaeus and Aristotle have so many drawbacks. So we can move to the drawbacks of these classification systems. In these two classification systems, we can see that the organisms such as bacteria, fungus, algae, ferns, gymnosperms, mosses, angiosperms, etc. belongs to one group called as plant kingdom. The common reason for these all organisms are they have a cell wall. Because of this reason, the organisms belongs to one category called as plant kingdom. Drawback of these two classification systems are these two classification systems do not differentiate between prokaryotic organisms and eukaryotic organisms. We know that the prokaryotic organisms such as prokaryotic bacteria and blue-green algae are grouped along with the eukaryotic organisms into a single group called as plant kingdom. Another drawback of this classification system is that these classification systems do not differentiate between unicellular and multicellular organisms. The unicellular organisms such as Chlamydomonas and multicellular organisms such as Spirogyra belongs to one group called as plant kingdom. Another drawback of this classification system, we can see that the heterotrophic organisms and autotrophic organisms are grouped together into one category. The heterotrophic fungi are grouped along with the autotrophic plant group. So we can see these type of different drawbacks in this classification systems. So in 1969, R.S. Whittaker proposed another system of classification to overcome these drawbacks of this classification system. He proposed a 5 kingdom classification systems. He classified organisms into 5 kingdoms such as Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. He categorized organisms based on their cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction and phylogeny. So he classified these organisms based on these 5 criteria. He gave a very well classification system, and this R.H. Whittaker 5 kingdom classification is very widely accepted classification system. Here we can see a table representing the 5 kingdoms proposed by R.H. Whittaker. In this table we discuss the characters such as cell type, cell wall, nuclear membrane, body organization and mode of nutrition of these 5 kingdoms. First of all, we discuss the cell type of these organisms. Here we can see that the only kingdom Monera shows the prokaryotic type, and the kingdom Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia shows eukaryotic cell type. Another character is a cell wall. Here we can see that the kingdoms such as Monera, Protista, Fungi and Plantae shows the presence of cell wall, but in kingdom Animalia shows the absence of cell wall. Another character is the nuclear membrane. Here we can see that nuclear membrane is also absent in Monera, because the nuclear membrane is the one of the characters which differentiate between the eukaryote and prokaryotic organisms. So the nuclear membrane is absent in kingdom Monera, and all other kingdoms, kingdom Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia shows the presence of nuclear membrane. Another characters here we discussed is the body organization. Here we can see a hierarchy of body organization from lower to higher. Here the kingdom Monera and kingdom Protista shows cellular body organization. In the case of fungi shows multicellular or loose tissue type of body organization. In the case of Plantae, which shows a tissue or organ body organization. In the case of Animalia, we can see a tissue, organ or organ system of body organization. In the case of mode of nutrition, we can see the 2 types of mode of nutrition, autotrophic and heterotrophic. Kingdom Monera and kingdom Protista shows both autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. But in the case of kingdom Fungi and kingdom Animalia shows heterotrophic mode of nutrition. But the kingdom Plantae shows only autotrophic mode of nutrition. From this we can say that the organisms which are prokaryote belongs to the kingdom Monera. All prokaryotic organisms belongs to the kingdom Monera, and the organisms, all eukaryotic cellular organisms belongs to kingdom Protista, and the eukaryotic organisms with cell wall and heterotrophic organisms belongs to kingdom Fungi, and the eukaryotic organisms with cellulose cell wall and autotrophic mode of nutrition belongs to the category kingdom Plantae, and the kingdom Animalia, which consists of organisms with eukaryotic cell type and do not have any cell wall, and the mode of nutrition is heterotrophic. These organisms belongs to the kingdom Animalia. We can conclude today's class. In this class we discuss the topics such as classification by Aristotle, and 2 kingdom system of classification by Carl Linnaeus, and 5 kingdom system of classification by R.H. Whittaker. These 3 systems of classification are very important for your examinations. The questions such as who proposed the 2 kingdom classification system and who proposed the 5 kingdom system of classification, how Aristotle classified organisms into different groups, and the drawbacks of earlier classification systems, and the criteria, what are the criteria used by R.H. Whittaker for classification, etc. are the questions to be asked in the examination. So well prepare this section and topics and make notes by your own. And thank you for watching.